Hey guys, and welcome back to Tetanus Shop. Finally getting going here in the year 2024. Been too cold to do much anything else, but we are starting something right now that we are very, very excited about. This is the official kickoff for our very first Hot Rod Power Tour. And what we are doing is we're going to fly a couple birds. If you've been following on our Facebook, if you haven't, make sure you do so. Go ahead and subscribe to this channel because, guys, we got a lot of cool stuff that we're hoping to come up for you. And it's going to start with this right here. Jake, tell us what we're looking at.
So, this is my 1969 Firebird. I've had this car for May of 25 would be 10 years, so I've had it for right at about 9 years. We've done quite a bit of work to this car-ish. When I got it, I bought it from a fella, and funny enough, I was working at AutoZone at the time, and I was delivering parts, and it was local, and went to this local garage, and I seen the car sitting just the way you see it. I seen it under the tarp, or cover, whatever you want to call it. And immediately I was completely drawn to the car. I forgot about what I was even doing. Took the car parts to him, but I seen this bird beak here, and I could tell that it wasn't just a Camaro. It was too small to be a GTO, but I knew it had to be a 69 Firebird. Love these cars, always have.
And that's a 1 year only front end.
Yes.
On these cars.
So the 67 and 68s, they were a little bit boxier. They had a full chrome bumper nose, which you'll see here shortly. These have just in the center, and they look like a GTO from the front, and a lot of people think they are. But I was already intrigued, and there wasn't really nobody around the shop to really talk to about it. You know, I know the guy. He had a GTO Judge, had a bunch of other cars. He was just a car nut, and so I didn't get no opportunity to talk to him. Well, I had to go back down there about a day or two later, and the cover was off the car. Absolutely gorgeous. And I was talking to one of the guys that was working in the shop there. He said, "Oh yeah, car can be bought. We bought cheap." I said, "Don't be telling me that stuff. I'll try to make something happen." And our mom's dream car all of our life was a 69 Camaro. A lot of other people's is too. But in a way, it was kind of like an opportunity to be able to kind of get mom her dream car, so to speak, because if you look at these cars, the 69 Camaros and the Firebirds share a very, very, very many of the same options, body style.
Same exact
it's
body.
literally a few different things, which I know the Camaros and the 67, 68s did too. I mean, basically all their lives, Camaros, Firebirds were the same. But in my opinion, the Firebird was just a little bit better. I like the tail lights and I like the nose that they put on them.
It's a little classier.
Yeah, and then on the side they've got these little vents in here. But long story short, I talked to the owner, and he had a crazy, stupid price on it because he had just had a couple strokes, had some heart issues going on at the same time due to the strokes. And he said, "I would just like to get rid of the car." He said, "I already sold the Judge." He said, "Sadly, the wheels that was on your car was the original wheels, but I put them on the Judge to make it original." So lost the wheels, so it had a set of aluminum directionals on it.
Which is actually the ones now that's on my 78 brown Firebird.
So, and I'm sure you can probably patch in little pictures. I've got pictures of it sitting in the shop the way it was when we got it. But
yeah, we'll definitely get those put in.
But we come across. He said, "I just want somebody to enjoy it because I don't think I'm going to have a lot longer to live, and I just like for the cars to go to somebody." He said, "I can tell the way that you are." He said, "I can tell you like cars." He said, "I feel good about you having it." And he was a little cantankerous just to kind of deal with, but all in all, we got the deal made. I went to drive it away, and this car's all original. It has been repainted at one time. You can tell there's been some light engine work done to it. There's just some RTV in some places, but for the most part, all of the interior is original. Underneath is solid. It's an original solid car. Went to drive it home. I got a mile down the road and it cut out on me. It's still a point condenser set distributor. to get into the power block of it, it is a 350 2-barrel, still running the single exhaust out the back, and it has a 2-speed power glide in it. So part of what we're doing for Power Tour in this situation, something that we have fought on this car ever since I had it. We had it running real good for a short amount of time, and then it never was quite right. Pops, cracks, falls on its face, just seems like it's starving for gas. Points, gotta go.
Bye-bye.
And when I got the car, the condenser and the points burn out, and we had to haul it back down to where we were taking it, which is now our dad's house. And that's where we was doing a lot of the work on it. And but Dusty so graciously got me an electronic ignition distributor, so that way we can do away with the points. Now don't be worried, I ain't trashing anything, because it is still original. I'm just going to put it in its box.
Put it in a box on the shelf.
And preserve them, Never know what other projects we might drag in might need that distributor, because it's still good. It needs a new set of points, and to me, it's just not worth replacing points and condenser all the time. A lot of people will probably comment and give us a little bit of hard time about it, because a lot of people are they're set in their ways with the points and points and condenser. If you get them fine-tuned just right, they're perfect and they won't give you no problems. But when we're on a 1,000-mile trip,
electronics way to go.
I don't want to be changing points however many miles, if there's an issue, there's reason to burn out. Now, that was only the first time. Have not had an issue out of them since, but they just don't run right. I just don't want to get out and about and then that happen. Now, I know there's always the electronic can fail on you in that trip too. Yeah, it can, but I'm pretty firm believer on the electronic. My Trans Am have never had an issue with it. It's electronic ignition. It's a 79. It's 78. He had a 79 Formula that had it. They've always been fantastic to work with. So I just want to upgrade this car to it. Now this car, when we got it, we also had to go through all of the coolant system because it was a nightmare. I pulled the plug on the radiator and it was like sticking a screwdriver through mud. And we replaced the radiator, put an aluminum radiator in it, changed the water pump on it, put a thermostat in it. This car has also had a new alternator put on it at one time. But we went completely through the coolant and flushed it out. I do have a little bit of a coolant leak, which we're also going to address for this as well. It's somewhere around the intake. So without further ado, I think it's time to get into this project and stop listening to me gabbing about it. You actually get to see this car.
Jake, how did you come up with the name for this car?
Memphis. So that is the car's name is Memphis. Now for anybody, there's two things about that. Memphis being one, I love Elvis Presley as it is. But two, the name Memphis comes from Gone in 60 Seconds, Memphis Reigns. Obviously, the easy choice would have been for Eleanor, but it's not a Mustang. I ain't going to put it up, it's not. But I love the name Memphis. And the relationship that he had with Eleanor is kind of the relationship that I've had with this car. Just the fact that, I absolutely love this car, but it seems like there's just something that it always it's not even big problems, it's just these little things that just gets under your skin. So its name became Memphis because of that movie and just being an iconic movie anyway.
Jake, wait till we pull the cover off Memphis.
Yeah, let's let them see it.
Here we go.
It's a little dirty.
There it is. There's that beautiful dark green paint. Looks totally black at night. Dark green in the light. This is an early 90s repaint. This car would have been that kind of a lighter shade of a yellow green, more green.
Not this color.
That they used. It wasn't this color. We're kind of leaning toward maybe this is a Ford color. We're not really sure about that, but the paint's not perfect. The car's not perfect. But it is a firm, solid driver, or is what we're hoping to build out of it. Right now, it absolutely runs terrible. It's almost undrivable, and we'll get you around here in just a second and show you. Transmission is just puked all the fluid out sitting in the garage. So guys, let's get dug into this thing. I think we're going to start by getting this hood off, just to set it up out of the way somewhere so we can get into this thing.
You can see that paint. There's the clear coat. Even the guy I got it off of, he said I've never been happy with the paint job. He said I was always going to take it back, but just never got around to it. And you can see it in the right light. The clear coat's bubbled. It must have been a dirty shop. But now because of that, I hit it with a power washer a while back. Been quite a few years ago. It was actually I was going out with my wife. It was for our first date. And I hit it, and it just started blowing paint off. And so eventually it's going to get a repaint. But I'd love to be able to find out what this color is. If anybody might, by chance, even just glancing at it and can say, oh yeah, that's this color, please comment it down below, because I'm trying to find a color. I want this color back, and I know we can have it checked, and they can put all of the things on it, but to even hook that computer up to it, at least locally where we're at, it's a couple $100 just for them to even put the camera on it to even see what it is. So, trying to save a little bit of money too.
There's that front end he was talking about. See how it's painted around everything except for the actual nose piece. It is a 350 two-barrel. How long's it been since you've seen an old original set of Daytona radials? Look how good a shape. Look how good a shape these tires are in. They're not even dry. They're not weather checked. There's some more of that paint. It's just.
They still feel pretty pliable.
It's just kind of a shame, but it's eventually going to be a repaint car. Give you a shot of the interior here real quick before we start in on it. Let you see inside. All original interior. Original seats. I mean, it is a good, solid car. We're going to start in. We're going to get the hood off this thing. We're sorry it's been a long intro to this. Wanted to give you a background story of it because we know that you have seen this car in the background of other videos. And I'm still getting over pneumonia. Sorry about that. But let's get in on Memphis. We got the General Lee sitting over here, patiently waiting. It's going to be waiting now a while. Of course, Herbie sitting here behind it. Let's, what do you think, Jake? You think we can get this done? We got March the 1st today. We got March, April, May, and like the first week of June to get this car done and get my car done.
And it's not big things we're doing, like for this.
I don't know. It's pretty big things. We're rebuilding the front ends. We're doing HEI distributor kit. And then the distributor that we got is one of the single wire distributors, HEI. So, all right, enough. Let's work. What we're going to go ahead and do here is, that was a cool sound. We're going to get the air cleaner assembly off. We're going to have to pull a plug on it and see if we can't roll the thing around the top dead center and get that thing set. So that way we know when we pull the distributor out, we can put the new distributor in and it'll be set on top dead center. We'll make it easier for timing it. And An air filter might be good to put in it too.
Yeah,
That one looks a little
here.
croupy.
Yeah, I think that was the one that was in it when I got it.
All right, let's keep working. So it was kind of looking here. Can you see that water pump pulley is off?
It is off.
There's a little better shot. That dog won't hunt.
I don't want to run 1,000 miles like it.
So you said that we changed the water pump on it.
Yeah.
Did we just not pay attention to that, you think?
I don't know. I don't know if it was like that before
That's
or if who knows.
that's a half inch off.
I mean, it's not like there's a shim behind it, but heck, I'll pop it off just to double check.
Might have to see if we can find a new pulley.
Pulley.
Distributor sitting back here in this little hole. I think we're going to go ahead and get the radiator hose out of the way. Carburetor. We're going to pull the intake off. Going to go ahead and throw a set of intake gaskets on it while we're doing this. Lightning whirler.
Yeah, because that coolant leak is somewhere down in here.
Oh yeah, we do have a coolant leak. I forgot.
I don't know. I've yet to pinpoint exactly where
Over
it's
yonder. Let me turn the light on there.
at, but it's all wet down in here, so and it's not coming from the thermostat gasket.
Yeah.
So I'm just hoping that thing ain't cracked or something. It shouldn't be, but
Yeah, we'll do a little looking.
yeah.
We'll find out. Got the engine rolled over to top dead center. Got number one pistons up. We verified it on the timing marks on the crank. Verified it through the distributor. It's on number one piston. So we're on top dead center now. So now we can go ahead and proceed with getting the rest of this off top. Like I said, we're going to get the radiator hose off. The carburetor, Jake's already went ahead and got that fuel line unhooked. Found we're definitely going to have to put some new fuel line on it. Fuel filters are about plugged up, and so we're going to get this all stripped down, see if we can get this intake off. Some more.
Look right here. Oh, you can't see the alternator. What's going on with that? I also bet that's when I
This long bolt here has got to come out. Yeah, we're not done yet.
So, does it slide in there? bet that's where the coolant leak's coming from.
Could be.
That makes sense. So will it like go backwards and slide out of that piece?
No, probably not. Here we go. Moment of truth. Let's pop the intake off.
Bet that's where it leak's coming from. That'd be good because we'll be able to clean that up real good.
You ready?
Yep.
Oh yeah.
It says line.
What is it?
It says line.
Line.
Yeah.
What line?
This metal one over here. Can you push it off with the other hand?
There you go. You got it? Guys, this is nuts.
I'm glad we did this.
I don't know where
That's a new gasket.
Yeah.
Or, well, newer. Gasket must still be on that one.
I don't know. They look like it's been changed, definitely.
Which the thing is, we knew there had been something to it because we had seen some RTV on other things we were working on with it.
And guys, you do not have to pull the intake to do the distributor, but with 1,500 miles coming up, we wanted to make sure the intake gaskets was new. This is precautionary.
The other biggest problem that we were having is you can actually see it down in here where this coolant is laying. There was always remnants of coolant laying there, so I always had a coolant leak. So that tells me the leak was coming from right there.
Yeah, so that, I mean, that's I think that's rubber right there, and it's just no good.
Okay,
yeah.
So that's what we initially, that's why I wanted to pull the intake, because I wanted to get that coolant leak fixed. It wasn't, I wanted to know these were good, but I was really just trying to figure out that coolant leak. So this is good. We figured the coolant leak out. Now we'll be able to replace these gaskets. I might even see about getting a new valley pan. I'll see if I can find one, because that just makes me feel a lot better.
That pan looks pretty good. It's just maybe the gasket.
We'll see.
Pop it open.
Thing is, we're right there.
It did give us fantastic access to the distributor, though.
Oh, yeah. Great access. That's going to be perfect. But the thing is, if that valley pan isn't much but maybe 20, 25 bucks, it ain't worth not replacing it. I put one on my Trans Am. Story about my Trans Am, not to get into it, that's for a different video, but when I got it, that car was locked up. I was 16 years old, had never been into an engine. I'd always been around them, and I did exactly this to that car, and I replaced the valley pan, valve cover, gaskets, got the valve train loose on it. So this isn't uncommon territory for me. Yeah, that's okay.
Well, what do you think? Pop distributor?
Yeah.
Here we
We're
go.
right here, and then we might just call it a night after that. Where everything was at.
Yeah.
That being said, where's the big screwdriver at? There it is.
Oh.
I want to pop that cap off so we can watch.
Yeah, I put it back on, get it out of the way, and you know it's in the way now.
I want to watch the dial. That's what I'm calling it, the dial. Okay. I think it's corroded. It just kind of looks nasty, don't it?
Yeah, it don't look great.
All right. Never done this before.
Yeah, so guys, don't criticize us too bad. Be easy in the comments. We're all learning as we're doing this here.
Golly, Ned. It's down in there.
Yeah. Take your pry bar and pop it.
Am I missing something?
You might turn the pry bar upside down to get.
What's this? There's so much grease down in here.
It's packed in pretty good. I mean, you took the collar off. It should just pop up out of there, but there's going to be an overhang.
That's a little on the big side.
Just keep working it.
I just ain't got enough strength and can't get really down in there. It needs to be.
Let me see if I can
See if you can do anything. It's ain't got no
I
strength
can
in me.
the hood hinge again.
Yeah, the hinge has been a pain.
I'm gonna just lay in the windshield here for a second. God. Ouch! Oh! Ow.
Yeah, you might not do that.
Yeah, the hood hinge don't feel good on my defibrillator implant.
Let's.
Climb up on top of the motor.
I'm about to.
If I could lay across it, I could probably. This looks dangerous. I mean, you really are climbing on top. Whoa.
Step in that battery tray if there was one.
Wait a minute. I gotta. Oh, let me take it out. What? Gosh.
I don't know if this is really gonna help me or hurt me. It's probably gonna definitely hurt me.
That's choking.
So guys,
How's that
tell us
working
how
for
this goes for you. What's your tricks? We're open to it.
Hey, I'm glad we took the hood off, though. What about you?
Yeah. That still ain't working.
Look out, Tailfin. Yeah, we got stuff stored in the rafters. That's Volkswagen doors, 69 Charger doors. That ain't gonna work.
That thing is in there.
Okay, we'll resume in a minute.
Well, we know it was somewhere like this.
Yeah. Finally got ready. Oh, finally.
Look at the junk build up. Ain't no wonder we couldn't get it out.
It looks pretty rough.
Goodness gracious.
Quite a bit of crap and grease built up on it.
Teeth definitely have some wear marks on them. I mean, I know it's going to be normal, but...
Well, there it is. Old distributor out. So that gutter all tore apart, about as far as what we're going to do, I think, for tonight, right?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
next
so
step's going to be
all of
cleaning.
this up.
Yeah. I was going to say cleaning all that, and then getting ready for that new HEI distributor to go in. So, I think that's going to go ahead and wrap it up for tonight. We'll come back another night and see what we can finish up. Just kidding, we decided to go ahead and pull the valley pan off. And
Not bad things, but not good things. It needs addressed.
Very much carbon, flaky. Well, it's just crud. Kind of see how that's
You know what? I
built
don't think
up.
my Trans Am looked that bad and it was locked up.
Looks pretty rough.
It don't look, like I said, it ain't,
Push rods look
it
okay.
ain't bad. It just ain't great.
From what we can see, the cam looks okay. Which, I mean, it ran like it didn't have no kind of major reason to believe that something major is wrong with it.
It
But it's
ran
just,
good. It just ran like a turd.
oh, it's very much turd.
It just, like I said, it popped and cracked and fell on its face. Like you could, it was timing points, ignition issue. It didn't internally, never gave any reason to believe that it might have any kind of issues.
Okay, now we're done for the night. Welcome to a new night. Back out here tonight on the 69 Firebird in Memphis. And I think we're going to try to get some of this carbon cleaned up out of the motor. Let's try to clean on things the best we can. And try to get that distributor put in tonight. And see how that goes. Still waiting on parts yet for the intake gaskets. Things of that nature. But we can still go ahead and get that distributor in. And get this thing cleaned up, prepped, and ready to go for when the gaskets do show up. which that's the cool part about going ahead and working on this now in March. Probably actually still late, but it's not June either. And we take off June the 9th, so gives us a little time to wait on stuff, don't have to pay for crazy shipping or anything like that, and allows us to kind of figure some stuff out. So we're going to go ahead and tear right back in and see what we can get finished up tonight.
Guys, so Dusty here so graciously got me the distributor for this car for Christmas. Funny enough, we didn't even know he was going on power tour at that time yet. So, just so happens to work out. Yep. So, this is a A-Team Pontiac V8 HEI distributor, HEI 004R, for anybody that might need to know, for a Firebird 350 engine. Pontiac 350.
It quite literally just came off of Amazon.
Yeah. Because you know why? Because we save money.
No,
maybe
we
not
don't.
in the long route, but
We just don't have any to spend.
yeah, so that's what it is. So that's also part of the gasket reason. You wait till the last minute to order everything because, you know, well, that's just how you do it in the car world. Anyway.
I don't remember that coming in the kit. But it is
It
kit.
is kit. A Firebird and a Firebird distributor.
Insert funny here.
I forgot all about this. How did it end up in there?
It's evidently where you put it at Christmas time.
I'm going to set that right there for now.
Be our inspiration.
Yeah. Take it this is the pickups.
No pickups out in driveway.
No, that's another birthday Christmas present.
What was that one?
It's
like Christmas all over
again.
It's
my crystal ball.
It really is your crystal. What's in the crystal ball?
It's got wolves in there.
Oh.
Wolves are my thing. Look at that. It's got the little stand in there. Okay.
Oh. It's just like getting Christmas all
Christmas
over again.
How did you guys end up in there?
I guess when we had it opened at Mom's.
Must have. Anyway. There it is. That one's quite a bit bigger than the original. You know. Wah, wah. Boom!
Is it going to fit? We're going to find out. So,
comes with the wiring harness.
As you guys know, I bought that separate. It does not come with the wiring harness. For anybody that's buying it, it doesn't come with the wiring harness. But it is a single wire.
Comes with the pigtail plugged in.
Yeah, I had to buy the pigtail separate.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, the pigtail was like $8 and the distributor was like $68. And guys, I'm standing behind the camera because I don't know why I'm standing behind the camera. I could walk over here and get by the camera.
Get by the camera.
We don't know what we're doing. Quite literally, this ain't. We're not trying to show you how to do things. We're just showing you. We're just learning. We are learning. So like watching us.
If you're watching it for tutorial, you're not going to get it.
This is where you insert in the comments. Now,
everything we're doing wrong.
Everything we're doing wrong, and advice to make it right, because we're learning as we go, and fingers crossed that it works. So,
I see one problem.
Just one?
Isn't there supposed to be an O-ring? Hypothetically.
Does it not come with that?
It's not in the cap, is it?
What do you need?
Any of them.
Flathead, Phillips, what? There's flathead.
Probably got all kinds of people in here that's already done this saying, it don't have an O-ring.
You forgot to order the O-ring,
or they're saying,
crazies.
You don't have one. Stop wasting time looking for it.
We can't hear you hollering right now.
Sorry, guys.
My boots
I heard that.
That's my boots. They got holes in the soles.
Holes in the soles.
Well, that looks like a nice distributor. From what
it does.
It's got the vacuum advance on it. And
does not have the O-ring in there. Maybe it don't have one. I think it would. Actually,
let's look at the old distributor. Hey, for everybody that just said, "Hey, morons, look at the O-ring on the old distributor."
Well, the reason I'm even questioning the O-ring.
Where's it even at? Here it is.
The reason I'm even questioning the O-ring is that's what happened to Little Blue.
Oh Lord, that the corrosion fell out of this thing.
The O-ring wasn't replaced and it started dumping oil everywhere. I didn't replace the distributor on that one. That wasn't me. Well, that don't have an O-ring.
That does not. How does that not have an O-ring? If we're driving you totally nuts, please fast forward.
Yeah, it comes off, but I don't know if it's dirt or...
I don't know. Google. YouTube video.
Stand by.
Jake, tell them what we found.
Back again.
Hey, this one is for Jimmy and Richard and Greg that was screaming at the TV going, "Hey, numbskulls, it takes a gasket." It takes a gasket.
Need a gasket there. And after very thorough research, and by thorough I mean I just got on Google and started looking it up.
For like 20 minutes.
None of the local parts stores have it. Not like it matters. It's 11 o'clock. They're closed anyway. But Jigs. Not a sponsor. You could be if you want to be, though, because we've got stuff to build.
And there's a lot of Jigs parts right behind you on top of the roof of that Charger.
But anyway, they got it. It's $2. And I've got other stuff in my cart for this car anyway for there, so we're just going to wait. Luckily, though, we live close to a Jigs, so we should have it in like
a day or two.
It's Friday. If I order it tonight, I'll probably see it Monday. So maybe even by the end of the day tomorrow. I don't know, but it won't be. I'm just kidding.
Part number of that gasket, Felpro.
11497. If any of y'all is wondering if you're doing the same thing. Not like it takes a genius to look it up on Google, but it did for us. It had two of us going at it. But this ain't going in tonight. So we're going to do more things. We're going to destruct more of the engine and pop that valve cover off that's under all of that. Because when it is running, it's got this little up in the valve cover that you can hear. Just want to pop it off, look at everything, make sure it's good. I've heard a lot of people, seen a lot of things about a lot of Pontiacs do it. That's fine if they do, but for me, I would just like to be sure. I mean, Power Tour is a lot of miles.
Well, it's like my 78. It had that tick, tick, tick and miss and everything else. We found out it had a broken valve spring. So
yeah, so probably wouldn't have thought much of it until we found that out. So we're going to pop that valve cover off since we really can't do a whole lot more tonight. We're kind of at a standstill at the moment. So stick around, see what we find out under the valve cover.
Cue the music. cover's off.
Yeah.
It looks about as carboned up and cruddy as the rest of it.
There's the intake. Yeah.
I don't see anything like wrong.
No, the only thing I gotta do is try to look back in here. I use that word lightly.
Try.
To see if anything is broken. And that being why I hear noises. That's kind of loose. But I feel like that's kind of the loosier one, but I don't think anything broke.
Nothing looks broke. Or...
I guess just the Pontiac way. Which means I did this for nothing!
Yeah, because they even had a new gasket on the valve cover.
I'm going to tell you right now.
Tell me.
It's not going to be fun putting it back on. Because this back bolt is a pain. Which you guys saw. My swivel contraption to even get down in there. But evidently I've changed it at one time because that's a new gasket.
Hey, let me see your shirt. Well. Okay. Well, since we know what we need now, he can go ahead and get his Jake's order placed. Get all the gaskets and things. We was holding off on it just to see what all we was going to have for it. So we're out of parts. It's midnight.
It's late.
What are you working on here? Oh, that's what's left of the battery tray. There's nothing else really rusty on this car, but that battery tray is gone.
I think I'll actually use
A real
wrench.
ratchet for that.
Wait, hang on. Here's a real ratchet. What size is this guy? Just the size of me. Really?
Yeah, might as well use power. There we go. Work smarter, not harder.
It's supposed to be attached to that. Yeah.
Hey. I don't think that was going to hold nothing. What do you think? Cool thing is, Jake's also has that you said for $11.99, didn't you?
Yeah, buddy.
Like I said, Jake's, you're not a sponsor, but by golly, you could be if you want to be.
Yeah, you could.
Oh, you twisted up the disaster blanket.
Ah, it's about to be a disaster. Just try it. I got the one without the brackets because I knew I had all this, so I just cleaned this stuff up. And,
Reuse.
yeah. It's genuine 69 right there.
Yeah, the rest of it looks pretty good. Just clean it up a little bit and
spots, it's all good.
maybe shoot some paint on it just to protect it a little bit. And I'd call that good. What do you think?
Yeah. Boy, that.
It sealed so well.
Evidently.
We got dirt all over everything. Anyway, Jake got the intake repainted. Kind of a little quick spray job to brighten it up. We got the.
Did not go ham on this because you don't see it anyway, but it looks nice.
You didn't what?
Didn't go ham on it.
Didn't go ham on it.
Yeah.
I've not heard that. Where did you come up with go ham?
I don't know. I've heard it all my life, I thought.
I ain't never
Did
heard
I
of go
just
ham.
make it up?
Okay, so that,
Anywho.
we're putting that back together. Before we go dropping the distributor in it, we are going to go ahead and put the valley pan back in it with new gasket. Just that way it keeps any excess dirt out of the engine. Get the valve cover put back on, then we're going to pop that distributor in. That PCV valve sounds like it's doing something. All right, we'll get you set up here, and we're gonna get after it. The motor is covered back up. You know why they call them a trouble light, don't you? You're usually in trouble when you need that light.
Nothing but trouble when you get them out.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Valley pan's on, valve cover's back on. Nice shiny blue.
Matches
rest-
the valve covers well too.
The rest of it kind of looks like a turd, but that looks better.
Well, I mean, they don't call them a fire turd for nothing.
No. So, what's next? Distributor or intake?
I say distributor.
We can try distributor.
Because there's a lot more room to, right now, to wiggle down in there.
We can't do anything more than just have to pull it back out, can we? Alright, here we go. So we've got this all put back together here from the covers, so we're getting ready to pop this distributor in now. And like I said, guys, I'm sorry for those of you that's done this before and you're yelling at us right now, screaming at the TV, going, I can't take this no more. I'm sorry. This is our first time.
Bear with us, guys.
Please, we're learning. But please, like we've said before, right here, insert comments below. Good ones, bad ones. Help us out here a little bit. But we're
learning.
This is our first time. And, we figure might as well start on this. I mean, like we're couple months before power tour here, so we got a little bit to fix a mistake. We got the gasket. So for everybody that said it takes a gasket's on.
We got it.
We'll zoom you in here a little bit.
Actually got two of them. Didn't mean to, but we did.
Just setting that distributor in now. We figured out which way it's got to spin, and let's say you're going to have to turn that thing the other way, Jake. Just trying to figure out right now how it sets in.
Here we go. I can turn it like this.
Well, are you going to have enough room to move it to time it, though? Nope. We're going to pedal fart with this thing for a little bit, so you're going to have to probably spin that, point that vacuum, advance toward the brake booster, I'd imagine.
Because the thing is, all of the wiring.
You don't have to if you can't move the distributor to time it.
They don't even know what that kind of contraption is. What's HGI? Gonna have to be what we got.
Smash a firewall in.
I'll just kind of set it about neutral. I don't know. Do you even know what a jelly bean is?
Oh, what?
A jelly bean.
It looks like it's fighting you there, old bud.
Well, we need some of those wrenches. Alright, that's a kind of snug. Just set that intake on there to block the holes just to keep anything out of it.
That being said, I do think we're going to call it a night. It is, or a morning.
Yeah, it's morning. It's 1:14. We could work out here all night, but we both got stuff to do tomorrow.
So the distributor is in. It's snugged down. It's not real tight, so that way we can tune it up. We got that pigtail put in, got it wired up. Can't really see 'cause it's on the back side. Yeah, we're just just ignorant to this stuff. We've never done it. So we are gonna.
But everything went pretty smooth tonight. I mean, even the problem child valve cover over here went okay.
And I mean, as you can see, we got the AC pump making it almost impossible to get to that lower bolt, and then the air box back here is a nightmare. But distributor's in, valley pan's on, valve cover's on.
Distributor's hooked up. The only thing we really got to do is just set that intake on there, which we could set it on tonight. It wouldn't take that long, but we're tired, guys.
Oh, one thing I do want to point out, when we pulled that distributor, the old distributor off, the number one plug was that guy right there. And the way this one lined up, that is the number one, going to be where the number one plug hooks. I know a lot of people aim it toward the front plug. The way the oil pump and everything hooked in, it lined up just like how the old one came out. So we'll get that hooked up, all the wires on it, and get the intake bolted down with new gaskets. Another night. So Jake has got the carburetor.
So glad we're getting to this point.
Yeah. We're going to see if we can't build a fire in this thing tonight. I don't know if we will or not, but hopefully we're ready to get to that point. He's scraping the rest of that old gasket off the carburetor. The right thing would have been to have got a carburetor kit. We rebuilt this carburetor not too long ago.
Yeah, it was back in
1938. Oh, 2018.
So it ain't been all that long.
Yeah,
ago.
6 years.
The
5.5.
internals of it ought to be okay. It's just, well, I say that. Now, don't hate on us. We'll probably still rebuild it, or we're at least going to have a kit with us for power tour. I ain't going without it.
But for now, because we're impatient, we want to know if
We
the
want
new
to hear it
distributor
run,
works.
is what we're saying.
We're gonna tap out a gasket.
Yeah.
With the material
Because that's okay.
over yonder. But anyway, we're gonna see what we can get done with that. He did go ahead and put a new rubber grommet, PCV valve, a piece of vacuum line. Figured might as well get that done out of the way since it was easier to get to with the intake off.
Wasn't going to bore you guys with literally me just pushing in a grommet.
And he shot a little paint down there and covered up the rust and got that new battery tray put in. So, the battery will set on something now other than... Was there anything down in there before? Was it a piece of wood?
It was whatever's left of that behind you that's on the Jeep.
Oh, yeah, there's the old tray.
And I had a piece of wood laying in there to hold it. Someday we'll... Well, it won't be covered up like that. But...
What, the piece of wood or the Jeep?
Is there a Jeep under there?
I think there's a Jeep under there.
Eventually.
That's also supposed to be a 69 Charger, but it's kind of what's left of a 69 Charger right now.
Still more than what there was of that 68 ahead.
Hey, I tell you what, while you're doing that, I got nothing to do. I'm going to sneak over here.
Very good. Well, you ain't got to sneak. I'll just let you.
Okay. I'm going to take you a little quick trip. It's piled. But there is brand new frame rails, complete. New trunk pan. The frame rails was rotted out when I bought it, as every Charger. I have new wheel houses. I did not cut the quarter panel like this. It was like that when I bought it. But I do have new outer wheel houses. I've got the quarter panels laying on top. We're just, story time. What's a 69 Charger without a new one? I got stripped down. I have an... Oh. Why am I burping? I'm drinking coffee at 12 o'clock at night. I got an original set of vectors. There's two sets. There's a push bar.
No, they're not for sale. I'm sitting.
Got vectors on the front. Anyways, it's the shell of a car, but I do have pretty much all the new parts. I know, don't be hating on everything sitting on the roof. We are shorter. This car will be it was a factory 383 car. Had a 318 in it when I bought it. It will have a big block 440 in it. That I have already had the machine shop. Had the heads and everything done, crank. It's board 60 over. So, anyway, fun time. Hi, Herb. Okay, enough story time. Let's get back on the burden. Okay, so that was painful, but we got it on. We just got to torque it down now. And based on what we found online, it torques at 40 foot-pounds. And it's got a pattern to it. So he's going to start over here, and I'm going to jump over, and we're going to crisscross it. Yeah, we're going to start. We're going to go to 30 first, and then bump it to 40 after we get them all to 30. There's 30. It is starting to look like a motor again, though.
Yeah. Oh.
It's only been a few minutes for you guys, but it's been about 3 or 4 weeks for us. We only get Friday nights to work on it. Alright, there it is. It is torqued. So we're, that's why you don't work on stuff at 1 o'clock in the morning, I guess. It was behind me, laying on the quarter panel of the Charger. So Jake has got to take that bolt out. We got to put it up in the hole here, where we didn't put one in, because there's actually a bracket assembly.
This is why we didn't see the bolt, because we left the bolt in there so we would know that it's this whole assembly.
For the carburetor. So anyways, that's what we're doing. We'll get that fixed, and then we're gonna spark plug wires. It has so far taken you guys a lot less time to watch this video as it did for us to get this far.
What's it been?
4 weeks.
4 weeks?
Probably 4 weeks on doing this, because we've worked literally like an hour here, an hour there, and
We get one night a week. So.
yeah, we've been only working Friday nights because that's the only time we've had. Until now, because we realized, that's got to go on power touring very shortly. And
So
well, this is not the problem. This was the easy part. We still have to rebuild the steering, the front suspension, the transmission, the drive shaft, the rear end, the car. Anyway, so he tapped out a carburetor gasket. New plug wires are on. Everything else is done. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but we put the carburetor on, we can Drop a battery in this thing.
Should be able to. Put the rad
And the bloody radiator hose.
Radiator hose there.
And has to plug fuel filter.
Yeah, that one's good.
It's a nice one.
Oh, and it has 2 filters on it for very good reason. Had 2 filters on it when I got it, so I thought, why not? No, we don't know if the gas tank's full of crap. It doesn't look like it. I've looked down in there and it looks pretty clean, but I mean, that's a pretty dirty filter. But this has also been the filter that's been on there for 10 years. So the other one's the new one. To be honest with you, I like running 2 different filters. It's just that extra security, because this one, unlike the Trans Am, sometimes they put a filter in here. This one does not have a filter in it, but like the Quadrajets, they've got the little filter, so you ain't got to worry about too much. But when it comes to carburetor, guys, I just like to make sure it's got clean fuel going into it. So I like to run 2 filters on it. So it's just my personal preference. I've not had any bad luck with it that way, so just catches it.
We'll see if we can get that carburetor bolted on and go from there.
This has a little clip on it.
A clip, you say?
Very tiny clip. And it goes into there.
That looks like tedious work for you.
It's very tedious.
So did everybody survive the apocalypse? Did you see what I did there?
I do.
That was pretty good.
Oh.
I think it got darker last night than it did for the eclipse, though.
Definitely. Well, there it is.
I'm helping by causing a distraction.
How did we get that bone to come out? Oh wait, I did this not on the end. Yeah.
Or did you take it off after you got the...
When it was over there.
Yo! Okay.
There you go.
2 Jet Rochester. Oh, is this going down on the side?
Yeah.
Why is this?
I don't know why it's like that. Don't ask me.
I was just asking.
Yeah, I know you was. That's why I stopped you.
That's nice. Oh, okay. Right down in there as far as I can run it.
That's what's going to happen.
Looks tedious to me. No, I don't. Such occasion. One cool thing about these Firebirds is there's a workbench built right into the front of them. It'll hold all your crap. Is that right? Yeah. Let's see if we can watch him put this in here. We'll applaud him when he does.
For anybody that sees that thing.
Oh my. It's like the size of a baby tick. Ladies and gentlemen, this is why Jake's doing it, not me. Okay. Let's do the checklist. Throttle cable and springs, check. Vacuum lines, check. Bolts are all tightened down. Hooking the fuel system up. Alternator's hooked back up. Coolant sensor senders hooked back up. I think we're about ready to try to fire it, aren't we? Put a battery in it and fire it.
So Fritos now has Nashville Hot.
I've seen that. Have you tried it?
Yeah.
Is it good?
Yeah.
Is it hot?
Yeah.
Is it real hot?
It's real hot.
Real hot?
They smell just like pork rinds.
Do they? Okay.
They taste just like pork rinds.
Oh, I'd be eating those for days if I ate one.
Well, you eat them for a few handfuls, and then you're searching for milk.
Oh.
They're hot.
Real hot?
They're pretty hot.
You go ahead, Jake. That thing should flash if we got fire. Oh, wait a minute. Go again. Get fire. Good deal.
Alright, dump a little down its neck. It's been a while.
Now, I don't know about you guys, but the way we do things around here is we say a little prayer. Lord, in the name of Jesus, let this thing start.
Alright.
You ready? Heck to the yeah! Was it pumping fuel up?
Yeah.
Good.
It should go.
Ready?
Okay.
Ready? We should open the door.
Go again.
Not enough room. Whoa.
Hauling out. Hauling out. We'll get this door lifted up.
Oh, okay. Eyes are burning.
Yeah.
I think the eyes are like breaking right I have a little bit of
I don't know. That sounds pretty good.
You want me to cut it off?
Shut it off. All right, start it back up. Got started. Shut it off. I didn't have to actually throttle.
Yeah, that's pretty good. We'll leave it be at that for
The
now.
thing is,
All right, let's get one more. Let's just See what she.
Could make a difference too, being that sucking so much air.
Yeah, what you put it.
We'll blend the carb on a little bit.
Well, guys, there you have it. That was our very first HEI distributor conversion. We've never done that. If you've not already figured this out, this is a learning channel. Not so much you learning, but us learning. We're trying to figure this out as we go. 69 Firebird in Memphis. It's back ready to go. Well, this part, kind of.
We can
It's
move
not
on
ready.
to other things.
We gotta fine tune. We got steering components to do. We need all new tie rod ends, front ends loose on it. We're gonna have to check ball joints, I'm sure. Front shocks. Transmission is puking fluid all over the floor. You can put it in it and it drains it out every night. We got a lot of work to do, but guys, Hot Rod Power Tour 2024. Way underway for us now.
Oh, yeah.
This car has needed this for a long time. As long as we've owned it, it has needed this. So, like I said, this was a $68 HEI distributor kit, single wire hookup off of Amazon. It already, I know you guys didn't see it run before, but it runs way better already. Even being probably still out of time and carburetor needing work. And
that's all the juice there. That thing was, that nut was hitting on it.
So, we're going to fine tune on this thing, but guys, thank you so much for watching. If you have not hit that subscribe button, it's free. What are you waiting on? I mean, I'm sure we're good for some laughs, right? So go ahead and hit subscribe on that. Let's see if we can finish Memphis and get him. This is officially the second week of April.
Yep.
And we've got till the third. We got this. Guys, thanks so much. God bless you.